Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Way Back in History. Today we have an amazing interview with Sushana and a former prisoner, Sarah.
Hello, thank you for watching and tuning in for Way Back in History. Today on our show we have a very special guest. She's a former prisoner who will talk about her hardships and experiences she faced throughout her time in the Andersonville prison. Let's give a warm welcome to Sarah.
Hello, thank you for having me here today.
Glad to have you on our show. So, please tell us about the abuses and experiences you've had to face.
Yes, I would be glad to share a few stories and experiences that happened to me throughout my time in prison. The prison at which I was located at was Andersonville in February 1864. As I looked around the camp, my eyes froze within me and my heart failed within me. I remember seeing so many prisoners resembling skeletons because they were so skinny from starvation. In the center of the whole camp was a swamp, occupying about 3 or 4 acres of the narrow limits. This part had been used by prisoners as a sink. A disgusting scent filled the air.
So I hear that your living conditions were just horrible. Starving people and polluted swamps sounds just terrible. I'm so sorry. Continue about your abuses that you faced.
Thank you, but after my hardships then, I learned to value many things that I had taken for granted before.
That is terrific. I'm glad something good happened throughout this. Many people can learn from you. Go on about your experience.
I hope they will. I remember the ground was near the edge of a black spot. The fence was known as the deadline, was approximately 19 feet inside the stockade wall. It was marked as no man's land. Anyone beyond or crossing this line was immediately shot.
Oh, I bet they were shot.
Yes, I will. And you're absolutely correct about all the people not surviving. It was a terrible sight to see.
Oh my, that just sounds inhuman. Your lifestyle was just horrific. I'm so grateful that you survived through these hard conditions. I am well aware that there weren't many people who survived and were lucky enough to be like you, and they died throughout this harsh journey.
Yes, you're absolutely right. In the summer of 1864, the Union prisoners suffered enormously from hunger, exposure, and disease. Approximately in a 7-month period, 1/3 died from scurry and dynasty.
Ew, how sad and unsanitary the conditions were. A shame they had to go along with this.
Indeed it was. The water supply from the Stockade Creek was polluted when too many prisoners were housed by the Confederates. I remember that a portion of the creek was used as a sink, that men were insisted to wash themselves in this pollution. Oh boy, it was. There were some attempts to escape. One group rose up, led by Peter McClellan, and most of the raiders were punished with a raging and ball and chain. They were severe punishments. The abuses as a prisoner in Andersonville was severe and very alarming.
The disease spread immensely. I believe hookworm, the cause of vitamin C deficiency, was a major problem.
Yes, many people were starving and thirsty and affected with the disease. Thankfully, I remained strong with little abuse, but the abuse in prison reform was severe.
Yes, I am positive that it was very severe, and many people had suffered. During the war, there were 45,000 prisoners that attended the Anderson Village, and approximately 13,000 people died because of these severe conditions and the stuff that they had to face through. Thank you so much for joining us in our show, Way Back in History, about prison reforms.
Thank you.